So I love this question, and let's talk about how animal testing actually works. And caveat, I'm not here to talk about the politics of it right now or the ethics of it. I'm just going to explain what the process is. First, 100% right, we can't necessarily translate data from animal studies to humans because they're animals and they're different. But here is the workaround typically, is we will often use animals that are either similar to humans in the particular way that's needed for whatever the intervention is, or we can do genetic manipulation, especially in like mice. So there are things called knockout mice, for example, that are often used in neuroscience research, where you knock out specific genes to mimic features of human subjects and then test things on those mice. And if you see things change when you use, for example, that knockout mouse, then you have an idea of what might happen in the human experiment later. In order for us to do human trials, we often have to get animal trials completed first. So if, for example, like the drug I talked about in the previous video is going to be tested in humans, you first need to demonstrate that it worked in the animal sort of proxy that I described earlier. And only then, when you demonstrate it worked and is reasonably safe in the animals, are you eventually allowed to progress to human trials. But before a drug comes to market, it's always going to have to go through those human trials as well. And sometimes when you switch from the animal to the human trials, you do see that the drug stops working. So we don't know for sure when it's just the animal study, but it's a start. Anyway, I hope that answers your question. I really appreciate the comment. It was a good one.